wonderful Virgos, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw, honest truth. This is your January 2020 forecast. So your theme of the month is the Hanged Woman. Do you feel stuck? Do you feel like you're in transition, but things are going really slowly? Do you feel like no matter what you do, you don't really get anywhere? Well, the Hanged Woman is saying that you're gonna have to sit tight whether you like it or not. Whatever it is, this transition period, it could be awareness, or you could just feel like there's a certain aspect of your life that's really important where it's not going anywhere, and it might be really frustrating. The Hanged Woman is literally telling you to hang in there, that actions will not make the situation better. You really need to just focus on accepting where you are, accepting the situation, just working on acceptance, okay? If you try and make changes based on action when you have the Hanged Woman, okay? That is like trying to make toast in a toaster that is not plugged in. You need to focus on acceptance. The way things are is just the way that they are right now. Release resistance, and it's that energy, that acceptance where you can actually plug the toaster back into the wall, okay? Now, I'm gonna pull a few more cards in a moment, but I'd just like to remind you to please subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, share, comment below, helps me out a lot, and I love reading your comments so much, okay? So I've already shuffled the cards off camera. I'm just going to cut them. I've got three different decks, but I pull 4 cards each to represent the first, second, third, and fourth week of the month. My Tarot of the Cat deck represents what's happening on the surface. My Tarot of the Thoth deck represents what's happening beneath the surface. And my Mystic Mondays deck represents your advice card to get the best possible situation so you can have the best January possible, okay? So again, I've shuffled these off camera. And do make sure that you stick around until the end where you pick your own destiny cards, okay? So you actually pick the number that resonates with you the most, and I can give you way more detailed, way more personalized information for some extra advice, okay? Interesting. Okay, so what I see happening for you during the first week, we have got the 4 of Swords, possible Gemini, Libra, Aquarius influence. You are essentially kicking back, relaxing, enjoying life, not doing too much, but you are probably going to hang out with some people, spend time with people who you care about, who you're close to. It could be your family, it could be your kids, it could be your neighbors, whatever. As you can feel like you can relax around these people. You've been through difficulty before, but now is the time where you can let your guard down and just relax and take some pleasure in life, okay? And this is what's happening beneath the surface. We have got the Empress, okay? This is a possible Aries, possibly a female Aries influence, but the Empress is, you know, she is a strong ruler, but she's also loves beauty and is quite sensitive, but in a very powerful way. You could be getting in touch with your inner feminine, your divine feminine, all right? The divine goddess within all of us, whether we are male or female, okay? So just maybe enjoying the beautiful things in life as we're relaxing, and you don't need much to do that. Your advice card is the Hermit, okay? This is you, right? So this is you just at your absolute best, but the Hermit is also telling you that you should stick at home. You probably shouldn't go out and do that much, so maybe just relax with people who are really close to you. If you spend time with people at all, just keep to yourself, do that inner work. This is a very spiritual time, a very, very spiritual time for you right now. So it's probably just best for you to stay at home and not go out and do that much. Yes, sometimes it is good spiritually, obviously, to go out and about, but not during the first week. During the second week, however, ooh, love it. During the second week, we have got the 10 of Cups, all right? So possible Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence, but you might be spending a little bit more time with people during the second week, but you are love to be loved, and you are loving being loved, and there are people around you in situations that really appreciate you and care about you, and you're really going to be feeling that during the second week of January, okay? You're going to feel like your cups are full. This is also very positive when it comes to health, all right? But just enjoying attitude of gratitude, and it's bringing you actual physical things to be grateful for in the real world, okay? And beneath the surface, look at this, we've got another 10. We've got the 10 of discs, possible well, it's you, right? But it could be another Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, okay? So not only do you have, wealth when it comes to community and family and friends, right? You have a lot of wealth in the material world. You are feeling that stability, okay? This also is very, very good when it comes to work. This could be possibly a promotion or a raise or a recognition of the wealth that you bring to the community. This is security, the security that we need to feel comfortable, in our lives, right? This could be buying a home. It could be upgrading. It could be getting a contract, all right? So it's security, all right? And your advice card for the second week is Judgment, all right? I know you're going to be feeling in a much more positive way, and there is a lot of security in your foundation. However, Judgment is telling you that whatever it is, you need to, there's something you need to think about. You seriously need to, carry on with the reflection during the first week, but at a more authentic and honest level. Seriously, look back at the good and the bad aspects in your life and don't brush anything under the rug. Judgment is important for us to make sure that we've got a compass to have a more positive future, right? We can't just go through good and bad experiences and not adequately reflect on them. So you're beginning to reflect during the first week, but you really need to authentically and honestly look at your situation, look at your life, look at the things in your life, the people in your life, the situations in your life, every single aspect. Do not hide away, right? What is it that you need to look at, okay? Because looking at your past and present honestly and authentically is going to give you a more clear path in the future and know the direction that you're going to go in the best possible way. Ignoring things in the past makes things worse for your future, okay? So it's like tough love with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself, and then you can more adequately have a better future for yourself. During the third week, we have got the Queen of Cups, all right? So possible Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence. This could be you, obviously, but it could be someone else. But this may possibly be an offer of love. This could be you offering your love to someone. It could also be not necessarily romantic. It could be an opportunity that feels emotionally fulfilling, all right? I don't know if this offer is accepted, but what I do see underneath the surface is we have got the Five of Swords, defeat, okay? So is someone giving you an opportunity? Is someone, asking you out, or vice versa for both matters, right? But underneath, do you feel like that already defeated? Do you already feel like the battle is lost? Do you feel like you've given up before you've even started? Are you thinking, what's the point of doing this? It's not going to work out in the long run anyway, so why should I do anything at all, okay? You might have that feeling of stuckness with not really wanting to go forward, okay? Also, the swords might be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius influence, but your advice card is strength, all right? So strength could be a Leo influence, right? But the strength card is telling you, whatever this opportunity is, whatever this offer is, if it's someone else, I feel like for most of you, it's someone else giving you this offer, move forward with it. Be strong, be courageous. You have the strength to do this. It's in you, like 100%. You need to make sure, recognize that you have that power, that strength, and the backing of spirit to move forward with that completely. So don't doubt yourself. Like, you will doubt yourself, but this is something you can move forward with. So don't immediately shy away from it. And just because you have these negative thoughts or a negative attitude, and I'm sure it's for a very good reason. Like, people don't have a negative cycle of thinking for no reason at all. But just know that just because you think a certain way doesn't mean it's actually true. Okay? What I see for you during the fourth week, we have got the 10 of Wands, possible Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence. Have you picked a new goal about where you want to move forward next? Or are you in a particular level? This could be status when it comes to work or in the world, just something to do with status and having a leadership role or success, something that you've been quite successful in. Are you, is there a little bit of stress about that? Or do you think that you've made it to the top? but you're wanting to go to the next level. But this is ultimately like a success card. Underneath the surface, do you feel like you want to move forward? We've got underneath the surface the Knight of Cups, possible Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer influence, okay? So you might on the surface kind of be standing still a little bit, or uncertain, or not sure what you want to do. Possibly a little bit of self-doubt even, or maybe just sometimes this card can be a little bit like over controlling, a little bit stuck, right, in your position. Like we've got that feeling of stuckness for this month, right? But underneath, you might want to be moving forward, possibly in a different area. You might want to, there might be an opportunity that is arising, or this desire that is arising within you, where you might want to go in a different direction, or down a different avenue, or maybe up a different level, but it's like a different ball game at the same time. Your advice card for the 4th week is the 3 of Wands, okay? Again, possible Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence. And the 3 of Wands is telling you to think about the long-term impact. So whatever it is that you're picking, right? You might be picking it because of this intuitive, emotional decision that you're wanting to move forward, or you might be second guessing. I feel like for a lot of you, actually, this goal is like intuitive, that you feel that come up within you. But the 3 of Wands is telling you to think about like the short term and also the long term impact, okay? So if you pick a goal, like literally play it out. How will this look like in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, etc., okay? Think about the long term goal, and if the very end product is where you actually want to end up. Because if we're going to be moving in a direction, in a new direction or a similar direction or anything in between in our life, we just need to make sure that it's actually taking us to somewhere where we want to be in the long run. All right. So during this month, again, Hanged Woman is the main theme. There might be a lot more staying at home and reflecting, and it might seem like on the surface that there's really not much going on. But at the end of the day, there is a lot brewing underneath the surface for you, okay? So I'm going to get you to pick a number, 1, 2, or 3 for your destiny cards, okay? And if you're familiar with my videos, just click on the timestamp for destiny cards 1, 2, or 3 in the pinned comment below. Show you that one. Actually, this is embarrassing because I don't really cut out the middle of my videos. Okay, it's too many. I'm just gonna pull them out. There we go. All right, focus, focus. Interesting. All right, now I'm gonna pick what's beneath the surface. Ooh. And last but not least, I'm going to pick an advice card. Interesting. All right. If you picked 1 for your destiny card, you have got on the surface the 8 of Cups. Is there something that you felt like you wanted to give up on, something that you walked away from, something that you're still having a bit of second guesses? What if, what if, what if? Well, underneath the surface, you might be, struggling. You might be trying to control a lot of different situations at the same time. There might be a little bit of a lot of energy when it comes to mental exertion, okay? Well, your advice, if you picked 1, is the King of Wands, okay? A possible Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence. And the King of Wands is telling you that you can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. Yes, you might feel like there's a bit of a struggle. Yes, you might feel like you're giving up, or you want to give up, or you have given up on something, okay? But ultimately, you do have that spiritual energy that you can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish, okay? and it will be in your best interest. Okay, so if you pick 2 for your destiny cards, on the surface we've got the High Priest. This is a possible Taurus influence, okay? So the High Priest is the energy of someone who, you know, is very forgiving, very learned, very educated, and also has a lot of, has definitely learned a lot, mainly from books, more so than experience. They have a lot of respect for tradition, for oral tradition as well. That could be, you know, singing songs, hymns, anything like that. And also is thinking about, you know, the higher purpose, the higher meaning, and that's what can often ground people. And also tradition, not just from religion, but also from your cultural background or from your family, okay? So that's what you might want to be tapping into. And it seems that your energy beneath the surface is Knight of Swords, okay? So you might, possible Gemini, Libra, Aquarius influence, okay? So the Knight of Swords, you might be actually really interested, really focused on, you know, learning about your family history, and if your family had a particular religion, whether you practice it or not, you might want to look into that. You might want to look into certain traditions and really just focus on that almost obsessively, so that you've got blinders on and just dive into that learning, that higher learning, that education. But your advice, ultimately, we've got the 4 of Swords, okay? And remember, you had the 4 of Swords during the first week as well, okay? But the 4 of Swords, possible Gemini, Libra, Aquarius influence, is telling you that you seriously need to rest and recuperate. You have fought battles before. There have been some massive ups and downs, and now is some seriously needed downtime. So take that downtime that you need, because you 100% need it, okay? You need to take care of yourself. You need to cocoon. If you picked 3 for your destiny card, we have got the 7 of Wands, possible Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence. It seems like there is a goal that you have picked. You are moving forward with it. Is it a goal that you were thinking about during the 4th week? You are very successful. You've been very successful previously, so you can easily be successful with this one. However, under the surface, we have got the moon, okay? So this can mean one of 2 things. First off, the moon could also be a Pisces influence, but the moon can tell you, you know, is everything as it seems, okay? So really explore, you know, sunlight is the best disinfectant, right? And we've got the moon energy, right? So you really need to look at things in the light of day to see things clearly, because sometimes the moon can be deceptive, right? So you really need to do that reflecting, that diving deep, okay? Why are you picking this goal? Is it for the right reasons? Do you know everything that you actually need to know about this? Are the people surrounded with this goal? Are they trusted? You know, are they deceiving you? Is there some trickery? There's something unknown about this goal, and I think you need to actually find out about it before you move forward with it. And your advice card is the 4 of Wands. Okay, possible Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence. And the 4 of Wands is telling you that you really need to stay home to actually get your backbone. So probably staying home, maybe just spending time with your family, being with your family, getting that foundation, getting that backbone. That's what's actually going to help you see things clearly and move forward with this goal properly, okay? Thank you so much for watching. If you want a personal reading, send me an email at contact@sinceretarot.co.uk. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Comment below. I love reading your comments so much, and they really do mean a lot. And I hope you have an amazing month. All right, take care of yourself. Bye.